Welcome to our show, A Gentleman's Take, a video podcast where we offer a more refined and sophisticated view on everything in this journey we call life.
All from the perspective of a gentleman.
I'm your host, J.D. Denbow, and this is my excellent co-host,
Mac. What's up? Here's a quick rundown of what you can expect.
We tackle a variety of subjects and activities and offer our take on them. Or as they say in the common tongue, sitting around and shooting the shit. First off, we would like to say thank you to everybody that engaged with us last week on YouTube and Rumble. I'd say it was a lot of fun. What did you notice? Did you like the comments?
I enjoyed the comments. I thought a lot of them were funny. I enjoyed the fact that we asked for some participation or some how the viewers felt about certain things, and they participated, letting you know that your take was faded on the urine thing.
Especially that particular take.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I still stand by it. I feel like, again, if I were to drink urine daily for the rest of my life, then my lifespan would be shortened. But yeah, I had at least one commenter agree. Thank you very much on Rumble there. So yeah, thank you very much for a very successful first week. And yeah. So let's just keep going and see how we do. So that being said, one thing that everyone does love talking about is pop culture. So pop culture does cover a variety of topics such as music, movies, television, video games, sports, comic books, food, and social media for all those YouTube lovers out there. I think I nailed that one. That's about right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
all right.
about right.
So, Mac, have you played any good video games lately?
You know, I'm actually operating on pretty minimal sleep this afternoon because last night I was playing rank play with the fellas. Call of Duty just dropped rank play like this week, I think midweek, probably Wednesday, for the people that watch Call of Duty or play Call of Duty. Rank play is a big deal for the people that are more competitive. Call of Duty actually has its own competitive league. It's called the CDL. I've always been an Envy fan. Envy was bought out by Optic like 2 years ago. They're invested in like Call of Duty and Rocket League. I'm pretty sure they've got a Valorant team, but they've kind of branched out into all these esports, which are becoming big nowadays. I enjoy the competitive aspect. I'm not really a Warzone guy, but for modern games, Call of Duty has probably the biggest fan base. I mean, they sell like $1 billion worth of games every year.
I mean, they were on track. They were releasing a game every year since Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, right?
Yeah, did you know that this was supposed to be the year 2023 was supposed to be the first year in like at least 10 years that they weren't going to release a new game? They were going to give this year's game a 2-year cycle, and they just backed out of that.
You know, considering like with the pandemic year and everything, that's actually pretty impressive. That is very impressive.
Well, I mean, it's about the money.
Every year.
It's about the money. I mean, if you have something that makes you $1 billion a year, then you're gonna keep selling it regardless of, like, it seems like they don't really try as hard. They cater more to the casual person who's gonna spend a lot of money in their microtransaction sphere. They cater more to them so that they can make more money. Like, can you imagine playing Mario Kart back in the day, or playing, Jet Moto, or any of those crazy games that were out back, that Crash Bandicoot, like, and there was like, in between level 1 and level 2, all of a sudden the microtransaction pops up.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't be gaming today if it was because of that. At least it was a slow transition. No one likes microtransactions, but at least it was a progression that, I don't know, they were pretty tactical with how they did it. So,
I mean, I'm all about the free market approach. Like, sure. I get capitalism, and I'm all about it. You're a business, you want to make money, do it. But it shouldn't be forced down my throat the entire time. Like, I would like it to be a little less cumbersome.
Right, yeah. And you know, it's funny, you mentioned Modern Warfare 2. I got a shout out to a friend of mine who waited in line for the pre-order for the night it released launch. And he waited in line and got a pair of night vision goggles that came with it. And
do you remember waiting in line for a game to drop?
I've never done that, no. That's not my jam.
Okay, well, I mean, I used to do that. When the game was about to release, there would be a line, they'd be waiting. You'd try to get one of the first copies so you could get home and play it first. Yeah. Nowadays, you don't even get to play the first day, because as soon as you buy the copy, like say I get it on PS5, if I go to the store and I buy it and I didn't have like the digital download, and like have it pre-downloaded. If I go buy the physical disc, I'm waiting a day because it's going to be 100 gigabyte download. I'm going to put it in, it's going to download it, and then I'm going to come back the next day to play it.
And that's fair because it's a lot of content, but I do miss the days of plug and play. You know, you put the game in, you're ready to go. But that's just how it is. That's how it is.
Games have just changed. Games have changed so much. Do you play phone games?
Not really. There are people that are really into phone gaming. What I do, revealing my age here, I like the simplistic games on the phone because if I'm somewhere and I just need a quick distraction, I don't want to invest in something hardcore. Like, I got to get to the next level. I got to do this and achieve that. And then all of a sudden, the doctor will see you now. Hold on. You know, I'm about to get an extra life.
Were you ever a Candy Crush guy?
My wife was, and I tried it for a little bit. But I did do the trendy games at first. That when it was a big thing, I did Angry Birds. I did Tiny Wings. I loved games like that. And then ragdoll physics game where you're launching people and puzzle solving. But I got to where you're going to find me playing solitaire. You're going to find me playing Spider Solitaire and just simple games that'll just occupy my mind, or word search, or what was it, Sudoku? That's another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff like that I enjoy now, and then I save my actual gaming experience for at home with Nintendo and Xbox and such.
Cool.
No PC here.
Yeah, I don't believe in the whole PC master race thing. Like, I'm not a big fan. I think that it takes, well, getting not to make this whole conversation about Call of Duty, but like they've made it to where now whenever you play Call of Duty, if you play on controller, the argument used to be it's much easier to point and click than it is to use a controller. So like controllers kind of had the advantage when it came to like discussion over which was more difficult.
Yeah.
Now on Call of Duty specifically, the aim assist is wild. Like, I feel like I shoot better than I did when I was 20 years old because the aim assist is so strong on controller. Like, you snap on people now. I feel like I'm back in my youth, like just cracked out, just running around.
So you don't mind the auto aim in modern gaming?
I do. I think that it lessens the skill gap. Like, I've never been the best at like shooting and like the best aim and stuff like that. Like, I could snap, but I played smarter. I strategically position. I do stuff like that. Nowadays, it's like the game shoots for you.
I'm going back to like the days of the Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye, James Bond.
Yeah.
And man, that thing, there was an auto aim on there, but I just remember working the controller and the aim button, and just if you could pop one off, it was so satisfying because it used to be more brutal back in the day. It used to be more brutal back in the day when it came to you didn't have a hint system, you didn't have anything when it came to old school Nintendo or even Sega for that matter. Some of those old Nintendo games were just absolutely brutal. You know, one hit kills, you're just dead, and on a screen full of enemies, and no continues, and I don't know. We were hardened as gamers growing up, and then now, I as an adult, I feel like I paid my dues, so I'm not griping that no one, they didn't have it as hard as I did. It's just a matter of I'm thankful I've paid my dues, and I don't have to relive that again. And it's like, oh, and so like, if I played old games today, like I tried playing like Super Nintendo, the notoriously difficult Super Star Wars trilogy games, ugh. And I just said, you know what? I've already beaten this. I've proven myself. Where are the cheat codes at? I'm going to get the cheat codes and have a good time.
Do you remember setting up, like going over to a friend's house or a friend coming to your house because you've beat a game or they've beat a game, and you guys are going to each other's house to show the other person how to do it? Because there were like certain things that you either came across or you figured out on your own. Like, there was no YouTube, there was no Google, there was no. The network was just you and your group of friends. Like,
and whoever had a Nintendo Power magazine subscription.
Yeah, I mean, if you bought the magazine,
you were the man.
You could figure it out. You just had to figure it out. Just keep grinding until you figure it out.
I think that was definitely the birth of gamer rage, and I think the gamer rage is different now than what it was back then because, boy, the endurance, you're just sitting there and it's just wearing on you. It's wearing on you. It's going to ruin your night. But it will wear down on you over time, and then you just lose it. You go to bed red-eyed, angry, and then you have today. It doesn't take much to trigger somebody. Just one kill, they just start throwing. You've seen those videos. They throw things on the wall. They break their keyboards. They punch holes in their drywall.
I mean, I know nightly. If I play Call of Duty, I get dumped on a few different times, and I'm just like, wow. Like somebody like runs past you and you shoot them in the back, and they somehow turn around and just like world star you and put you in the dirt. It's like, jeez.
World star.
Like, I'm not breaking a $60 controller though.
Okay,
That's
so
not gonna happen.
a person that I used to work with, his rage was so notorious. He's playing Xbox 360 and he snaps the controller in half. He absolutely snaps the controller in half. He's the guy that used to get really red in the face and yeah.
That same person that I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
I played Warzone with them.
Yes.
And they would just run and get so angry if you weren't like on their hip. Like,
come on, chill out.
His most notorious thing in our group was he used to talk about how he was going to report people for things. He would be like, he was hiding in a bush, I'm reporting him. And then there was one time whenever he tried to land on a train that was moving, and he messed up, and the train killed him. He's like, I'm reporting the train, it's broken. And we were like, dude, come on.
I'm actually hoping I'm hoping to get a text message from him or some kind of message because if he watches this, I'm hoping so. And that's the best thing about gaming is you have your highs, your lows, but the gamer rage, it just affects everybody. It doesn't matter if it was Atari. It doesn't matter if it's PlayStation 5. One of my favorite gamer rage stories is my father. He was playing GoldenEye. I leave the Nintendo 64 at his place, and he would just come home from work, and he would sit there, get all that stress and all the people he had to deal with in his profession, and then so he's like, I'm going to kill people and I'm going to solve some missions. And there was a mission where he's in a train that's going to blow up, and he's locked in, and you have to use your laser watch to cut a hole to escape from, but you have to be so precise, and you have no time. Needless to say, I come over that next weekend, and I walk into my room, and I look at my wall. Dead ahead there on the wall is this mark on the wall. It's like a brown little X. And I was like, what is that? And I look down on the floor, and then there's a cookie broken in half, just on the floor. And I looked at the trajectory where it would be where he would be sitting, and I said, hey, Dad, did you lose at a game and throw a cookie on a wall? He goes, oh, man, I meant to clean that up. Sorry. So that's one of my favorite gamer rage stories. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much how I feel about a lot of things on modern gaming. There's good, there's bad. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to be a boomer per se.
Times have definitely changed.
And exactly. So thank goodness for video games. Well, we'll revisit video games another time. I definitely won't be playing Call of Duty with you, but we'll definitely revisit the topic.
I'm out here dropping 1.5s.
All right, I have no idea what it means, but I'm going to hit you with a red shell in Mario Kart. That being said, gold trophy all the way. But that being said, let's move on.
Sounds like a gentleman's challenge.
That is a good gentleman's challenge.
One
Definitely.
day.
What do y'all think about that? Do you want to see us play Mario Kart, Call of Duty someday?
I'd smoke him.
Let us know. So, the crazy take. You got anything for us this week, Mac?
If you had to give up your arms or your legs, which would you choose?
Give up my arms or my legs?
Arms or legs?
Ugh. Gross. We're losing the legs.
You're losing the legs. Okay. What if you only have to give up like half your arms?
Half my arms?
Yeah, you get elbows down are gone, so you get this plus legs, or you get.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my legs. I like my arms. I like touching things, and I like
Okay, what if it was both legs or one arm? 2 for 1.
I'm still sticking with legs, but if I had to make that choice, I would. If I lost an arm, I'd lose my left arm. What
if it was left arm, like from here down's missing, you get your full right arm or your legs?
Then I would live with this missing. I would definitely keep my legs. I'll let this go, and I still got this.
So you're somewhere between this limb or your legs.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I think that I would let my legs go too. It seemed like I was not on that page with you, but I think my legs would be gone before my arms would be gone.
I mean, think about it. Thanks to modern technology, you got your motorized chairs, and if you couldn't afford a motorized chair, yeah, you can you're gonna wheelchair that thing, So I mean, and you can still read a book, you can still open stuff, you can still do this that. You're just not gonna get anywhere, fast in that scenario.
I think it just comes down to like touch. Touch is
Yes.
like I am blind as a bat. People that know me know that I can't see.
Yeah.
I also don't have great hearing. I also don't have great sense of smell. So like taste and feel is all I've got. So if you take my hands away, I don't feel things with my feet, you know. Have you seen those legs that they make for like Olympic athletes that can run on track?
Yes.
Like just the fact that you can do something like that with prosthetics, modern prosthetics nowadays is crazy. But no matter what prosthetic you get, you're not going to get that sense of feel like with your hands. It's just not the same.
Right.
I would need my hands more than my feet. Even if you said you lose both your hands or you lose your whole legs. Like, I think I would still have to go with legs. It's just the hands that I don't want to be
so
missing.
just to kind of change that up a bit, if the scenario was now, if you had to choose between you lose both your hands or you lose just half of one arm and you only have like 3 fingers on one hand. That's all you have to move. And they're not like convenient fingers like these 3.
Yeah, I was about to say.
If it was like ring finger and the index finger
Like these
and
3?
half a thumb, you have half a thumb.
Like not even the shocker. Just like these.
Right, exactly.
So I get these 3 fingers.
You would have this. You'd miss your middle finger, pinky gone, ring finger, index finger fine, and half a thumb, and you'd be missing half a thumb, a little nub,
2.5 fingers,
and then you'd have half an arm here, and that's how you get to live the rest of your life, or no hands, and you'd have your arms. What would you do on that?
No, I mean I'm basically missing both hands that way.
Well, but you'd still be able to touch things, and pick up a cup in a unique way.
I mean, if I get no fingers or a couple fingers, I'm going couple fingers.
Well, what else would you offer then on that? Like, would you lose one or the other? You got an eye, you got an ear, Can you imagine not having an ear in place of something? Or?
My ears are terrible anyways. You can take them. I think I got plenty of ear. I could give at least some of it away.
That's fair. Okay, and of course, like I said, there's so many things. Now, if you had to lose an eye.
Over what?
Over, say, tongue.
An eye or a tongue?
Yeah, like.
Do I get a glass eye?
I'm sorry. A part of your tongue, or it's just like a little half nub. So a half nub tongue, or you lose one of your eyes.
I would probably give up.
That'd be hard to get a chew on it.
If I get a glass eye that looks realistic, I'd probably give up the eye. Well, no, because then you lose depth perception.
Right.
I think I'd give up a piece of my tongue.
A piece of your tongue?
Yeah.
Like maybe just a corner of one side?
Yeah, I'd give up it, just like you bit it really hard and you lost some of it. But
change your speech patterns and
I think that I need my depth perception. You can't drive, I don't think, if you have an eye missing, can you?
But thankfully you would have Mrs. Mac. She could drive you.
She did that for a long period of time. Did you know that about me?
I did not know. Oh, actually, I think I did.
There was a time when I let my license expire in the Marine Corps. Right?
Right.
My wife drove me around for like 3 years. I was like, I'm just not getting it. And then the job that I work in now, whenever my boss was like, dude, if you're going to do this, you need a license. I was like, okay. So I just like bit the bullet, went and got it. So,
well,
she did that for a while and she hated it. Absolutely hated it.
So she'd probably be okay if you lost maybe a fraction of your tongue versus your eye, so she wouldn't have to drive.
Yeah. She never complained about it that I can recall. Like it was bad. I mean, she was having to drive me to pick me up. It was like being a parent of a full-grown man. But she did it and didn't really complain about it for a long time. But if you gave her a choice today, she would never choose to do that again. I can promise you.
Man, an eye patch would be cool though.
An eye patch.
Just walking around. The older you get, you get the grizzled look, the weathered face, and
that sounds like a comeuppance. Make somebody wear an eye patch for like a month for no reason aside from just wearing an eye patch. Somebody says, "What happened to your eye?" You had to just like peel it up and be like, "Nothing." Put it back down.
I probably get a lot of traffic violations too. But yeah. But outside of that eye patch, I'm gonna lose a part of my tongue, and I'll probably just probably sound funny and just talk like this a lot, and
I think I could rock a lisp.
Yeah, lisps are cool. Lisps are cool. Mike Tyson's cool.
Yeah, if you don't believe that he is, tell that to his face.
No. Yeah. A lot of people in this generation don't remember that Mike Tyson was labeled the baddest man on the planet. He will knock the stuffing out your mouth. That reminds me of something. Yeah, it reminds me of something.
What's that?
The stuffing in your mouth.
What's that?
I think it's time we're gonna issue a gentleman's challenge.
A gentleman's challenge.
Yep. An episodic contest to determine who amongst us is the better man and who amongst us is the lesser man. So,
2-time reigning champ.
well, it doesn't matter. It's for the day, sir. Good
Is it?
sir. But however, speaking of stuffing, not the stuffing out of your face, I was inspired today. So, what do we have before us here, Mac?
It's a bag of marshmallows. For those of you who are familiar with the game Chubby Bunny, it's going to be very similar to Chubby Bunny, where we will be one at a time placing marshmallows in our mouths until one of us cannot continue. We put all the marshmallows into our mouth, or
If one has more in their mouth and the other one can't continue, then they're getting issued the comeuppance. If we tie, then
we both get it?
we both get comeuppance. That's the only thing I can think that's fair.
Okay.
So, let's begin. Oh, who goes first?
I think we should Rochambeau that one.
Always the Rochambeau.
Oh, you finally got onto the scissors.
Got it. Okay.
So do you want me to go first, or would you like to go first as the reigning Rochambeau champion?
Go ahead and go first.
Hold on. You want to push the mics out of the way a little bit? Or
We're going to push the mics out of the way because commentary will probably be limited to
Okay. Here goes nothing.
Was that good?
Uh-oh. My mouth is very small, apparently.
This sounds disgusting.
I figured that I could do more than that.
I won.
You won.
I'm the better man.
You are, in fact, the better man for today. He's so dramatic. It's so dramatic. Oh, man. Next time I beat you, I'm rubbing it in your face.
Weird flex, but okay. Well, the comeuppance today, your punishment for failing to be the better man, for failing the gentleman's challenge, we have lemons, freshly cut lemons. And since we stuffed our faces with marshmallows, I'd like you to stuff your face with these lemons. And I want you to keep them in there. I want you to chew on them. I want you to suck on them. I want you to get all the flavor. Go ahead and jam all those puppies in there and then just...
So I just had to put those in my mouth and chew them?
life gave you lemons, my friend. And it's time to make some lemonade.
If I dribble lemon on my chest, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's
For the viewership out there.
Today you're the lesser man, so it's accepted.
So I just had to shove all these in my mouth and chomp on them, right?
Pretty much. And if you're okay with it, I would like to.
Oh, man. I'm pretending in my brain it's oranges, but it doesn't taste like orange.
I'm going to film this
Oh,
for my personal usage.
this is awful.
Look at him go. Look at him stuff it.
Oh, God. I'm just trying to be done.
Wow, dude. I mean, you are taking this like a man, like a lesser man, but a man nonetheless. Oh, dude, yeah. Did you get them all? You sure did, didn't you? I'm not going to turn the mic down on that. Smile for the camera. That could be a thumbnail.
Oh, gee. Oh, that is awful.
It was really, so it was worse than I thought it was going to be then. Did you expect it to be that bad?
No, that's f***ing heinous. Oh, God. I feel my nose running. It's in every f***ing pore of my face. Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay.
Well, kudos to you, better man. That was miserable. Absolutely miserable.
You know what? And like I said, you took that like a man. The lesser man, but you took it like a man. So props to you, good sir. Oh, you're going to wash that taste out of your mouth with a marshmallow?
Yeah. Anything to get that lemon taste. Holy smokes, that was awful.
Bourbon's good for getting rid of marshmallow tastes.
Awful. Just awful.
Oh, thank you so much. This is a good day for me.
You deserved it.
Thank
you.
you.
Deserved to win.
My big mouth came through for once.
It's still on my lips.
Well, hey, you know what? At least it doesn't burn. Because
It does.
It does?
In my throat.
So is it pretty hot?
Yeah.
That means we must be ready for the hot take. Hot take is where we discuss things that are contrary to popular public opinion or counterculture. And I think as the better man of the day, I'm going to go ahead and go first.
Thank you.
This time.
Let me regain. I'll regain during your hot take.
Okay, in that case, I'll make it quick. I'm of the mind that tacos are overrated. I think it's been established that I think trendiness is it's not my thing. And when everybody's on board for tacos, like, oh my gosh, the tacos are the best. And, oh, these are the best ever. Oh, I love tacos. I'm not going to knock what you like or don't like, but the fact that everybody there for like 5-10 years, ooh, tacos. I've never heard that in my life till at least in the past 10 years.
What kind of tacos are you talking about specifically?
I don't know. Like people lose their minds over tacos at restaurants, but they really lose their minds over tacos like at food trucks.
So street tacos.
Street tacos. There is nothing wrong with them. I just think I don't like how trendy people get. It's like, are you sure you love it that much, or are you saying it because he's saying it? I never liked the hard shell tacos because it's breaking apart, it's getting everywhere. It wouldn't have enough meat, too much of filler. And that's fine. And then we get to the soft tacos, and then yeah, they're okay. They taste good. It just, I think they're overrated because everyone just seems to. It's cool to say, "Oh my gosh, tacos." I'm not a fan of that trend.
So is it more the tacos, or is it just the Tex-Mex just vibe in general that you're opposed to?
I'm just opposed to tacos having this super high status in our society all of a sudden. It's not the taco itself. Tacos are fine. I love a good taco. It's just, really, it's a superfood. It's like it's the be all end all of food, and it seems recent to me. I know a lot of people that lose their minds, and it's not saying they're not good. I just don't. Maybe it's more people's reactions are overrated. That's a fair way
I
to
can't
say
recall the last time I went to a Tex-Mex place and I just ordered tacos.
it. Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd ever do that.
Right. If it's an add-on, it's not the main event. It's never the main event. You're going to go to a Mexican restaurant like that, Mexican, Tex-Mex, what have you. It's going to be enchiladas. It's going to be a chimichanga.
And street tacos are generally like flour. They're not even corn.
Right. And that's good, too. I don't mind that. Well, actually, hold on. Let me clarify here. I actually do have something against flour tortillas for our viewers. They hurt when you get slapped by them. But the taste is, when you don't have the taste that slapped out of your mouth, then the taste is fantastic. So to walk that back a bit, then it's just the overhyped love of tacos. It's just a trend. It's you upload it to Facebook, you upload it to social media, people lose their minds, and it's just cool to say hashtag, oh my God, a taco, you know.
I guess I missed the craze because I've never once gloated about tacos.
I digress. That's my take. Tacos are overrated just for that reason. Good, but overrated. And what's your take, Mac?
Oh, man. Well, since I'm in kind of a tangy mood, I guess now's a good opportunity to, not necessarily the woke culture. Like, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah. We're going down that path today. I'm in that mood, I guess. Just the culture around we're so enlightened, we're so smart, we're so intelligent in America right now. I highly disagree. And if you're one of the people that goes around gallivanting saying that you know everything and that you're so enlightened, I strongly disagree with the majority of you. The problem is most of what you hear nowadays is regurgitation. It's not research. Even this podcast, if you hear something very interesting in this podcast, I encourage you to research it and find out if it's true and accurate before you go tell anybody. Because I'm not be all end all when it comes to knowledge. You're not the be all end all when it comes to knowledge.
Well, this is about refined takes. This isn't the gospel.
Right. So I encourage you, if anything I say sounds interesting or intriguing to you, go look it up. I don't think statistically we're the stupidest as a group nowadays, but I think that if you compare the sum of our knowledge right now today with how much information is available to us, and you take that versus our ancestors even 100 years ago and the amount of information they had versus what was available to them, I think that pound for pound they were smarter than we are now.
Wiser.
Because even if they didn't know what they were talking about, they at least didn't also have access to the information that they didn't know what they were talking about and just, going out there talking about it. So my problem and my hot take is generally centered around the fact that we have so much information at our fingertips that we are too lazy as a society to look up.
Yep.
We would prefer to just go the route of using other people's opinions as our own. And that is devastating to us as a culture. Like, I think that we need to get out there. We legitimately look past logic and fact because we're so ingrained in our position. Like, we take the groupthink and the position that we want to be in over facts. We should not speak in absolutes as often as we do.
It almost sounds like the taco take. It's like if one person's saying it, it's cool to lump yourself in, right?
Yeah. Basically, everybody is just talking at each other. Nobody's actually listening to each other. Everybody just wants to be the loudest. Everybody just wants to be the one that's heard. Everybody wants everybody to agree with them. If we want to move forward and progress, like, everybody complains about the world as it is today, but nobody actually cares or wants to put the effort forth to change it. And so that's my hot take is quit being lazy, do the research, or shut the heck up. Like,
Engage
one of the two.
in discussion.
Yeah, have a discussion. Like, if somebody comes to me and they want to have a legitimate discussion about a topic, I could agree, I could disagree, but I will never stand by a point regardless of logic and reason.
Don't be afraid to look stupid like me. I have no problem coming to you and talking about things, and be receptive to change, and definitely just don't give up your position so quick. Defend it once it's been proven wrong. Boom. Then it's like, okay, you know what? I relent and I see now. So
yeah, the smartest people in the room. Like I said, the smartest people in the room Like, they don't want to hear it. Like, that's the problem.
That and Harry Potter fans don't want to hear it.
They're just unable to listen to other people's thoughts, and that is frustrating because you want people to listen to you. Like, if you don't have the time or the desire to listen to somebody else, why should anybody listen to you, man?
Exactly. You have to be willing to change, grow. You have to be willing to be wrong. You need to be wrong a time or two.
You have to have a thirst for knowledge. If you want to be successful in life, and we want to be successful as a country or as a civilization, I want the world to survive. I want the world to be better.
Right. Yeah.
But we've got to be better.
We're not here to attack. We're here to enhance. So we want the best for everybody as a society, and it all starts with looking inward at your character and how you process things, and just strive to be better. Right. All right.
Be better.
And dobetter.com. So, okay, well, I'm going to say that about wraps it up for today. We established a new better man for the day.
We did.
I am humbled. I'm honored to accept this title, and I will wear it gracefully for the next few days until Friday's episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Just remember who did it. JDD. All right, so it's and also we got to cover a plethora of topics in a manner most refined. Everything came together just beautifully to form a perfect take.
Or a gentleman's take.
So, until we meet again, be sure to sit back, sip some bourbon,
smoke a stogie,
and appreciate the finer things in life. Ooh.
That was a good episode.
The Audience Take.
We want to hear from you.
Any suggestions or requests for future takes, challenges, comeuppance, or criticisms, please email us at AGentlemansTakePodcast@gmail.com.
Don't forget to check out our Twitter and Instagram pages for exclusive content.